Yes, everybody, how you doing? Welcome back to Football Inc., Football Stink, Football Pink, Football Link. How's everybody doing? We're going to link up today with you lot for some clown show of the week. There's been some absolute stinkers out there. Stinkers. Excuse me. Stinkers out there. I've got a cough right now. And we got one of our own, a part of the candidates. It's absolute madness. We got Mo Salah that's throwing his own club under the bus. We got Liverpool fans that are entirely unsure as to who's to blame. We got Johnny who's begging his missus, "Where's the balloons? Where's the balloons from the last birthday party? I need one quickly for a prop." Sensational stuff. There's other bozos out there as well, and we're here to discuss it all with you. Welcome back to Football Inc. Guys, please do smash the like button for me before I come to Johnny, find out how he's doing. Smash the subscribe if you haven't already. We are on the march to 6K, and any help at all in that regard is much appreciated. Thanks for everyone who's come over from the Spurs Talk Show. Notification bell button should be squeezed and comments should be dropped. Also, just quickly, we are, of course, always on your favorite podcast platforms. Wherever you want to find us, we're there. Just look for Football Inc. or go in the description and find the links. Johnny, how are you? Good to see you.
I'm all good. Hello to everyone in the chat. You know who you are. Thanks for joining this community. We love having you all. It's good banter, good chat. And we haven't been cancelled yet, which is a big plus. Listen, Sean, it was a great week. It was a great week. The title race has been blown wide open again. Thank God. Right. We won a good title race. Spurs finally win. Salah has a meltdown, forgot where he is. Bissouma's back on the balloons. And I mean, really, like football's the gift that just keeps on giving. And I love it, Sean. I love it. And
same, mate. Same. So we've got the predicciones to go through again. I don't want to mention it. But I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. This is what I do. Honestly. What do you want from me, people? Honestly. I can't help it. To be fair, Johnny, mate, I've been looking back at your performances, right? You're actually, generally speaking, unless there's some weeks where we all have stinkers because there's too many shocks, but in the weeks when the results are somewhat predictable, you actually get decent results in the predictions. You don't always get the scoreline spot on, but the result you get right more frequently than the chat or myself.
The score that makes the difference, mate.
It's the score, and also you usually have absolute stinkers with your additional player. I
mean, honestly, I had Haaland. He got a blank. I did Foden 4 weeks ago. Got a blank. You know what I mean? So I've definitely got my blankety blank checkbook and pen. Listen, it was a good weekend. It was some great football the weekend. That Leeds-Liverpool game was absolutely immense. The Arsenal-Villa game was absolutely fantastic. There was some great games. There really were some great games out there, and we'll go through them all. But guys, we want you to vote for the clown of the week.
Yeah. Let me put up we're
going to do a poll. And the two people in the poll, obviously, are going to be Mo Salah, or More Salad, and Yves, the balloon.
Is there any others?
Huh?
Is there any others that disease?
I don't know, guys. If you've got any others you would like to put forward as clown of the week. Yeah. I'm just trying to think if there's any other clowns. The two standout clowns are obviously.
We can put Arteta in there because he was cocky as fuck when they scored.
Yeah, I mean, but the clown, we're looking for proper clowns, and I think Salah and Bissouma are the two standouts.
Hang on a second. The World Cup draw. I mean, what the fuck was that? By the way,
World Cup draw. And also, I did love the very unlike Millwall, but the Millwall Bristol City scrap when the entire teams and their management team were proper at it.
Yeah. And the two fan bases were like, "Let me at him! Let me at him!"
Yeah. Yeah.
We'll do Bissouma, Salah, and the World Cup draw, because the World Cup draw was an absolute disgrace. It's a disgrace, guys. It's a disgrace. It was horrendous.
Well, should that be Infantino, or should that be, it's got to be Infantino.
I've just put it in as World Cup draw, but you can include the whole lot. Rio Ferdinand begging for help from kids to understand how. Did you watch it? I mean, we watched a little bit of it on the show, didn't we? But mate, that World Cup draw, first and foremost, was just cringeworthy on levels of cringe.
Mate, to be honest with you, I was behind the Peter Crouch. I couldn't watch it. It was terrible.
It's so bad. And I don't know, because I go on Instagram looking for conspiracy videos for Rabbit Hole. I just like zoom through ones or whatever, and I see loads and loads and loads of videos of people that are suggesting that there's so much about the World Cup draw that looks like it's rigged draws to make sure that Argentina and that Portugal have as good as clean a path as possible to the final, so that they could get Ronaldo basically gets his chance.
Well, we don't want England in Canada. We want them we'll be in Dallas. We quite like Dallas, big stadium, and then we'll have them over here.
Have you seen the draw that if England win their group in the round of the last 32 or whatever it is,
Brazil?
No, I think it's Mexico in is it
LA?
It's Mexico in a stadium where we lost to Mexico, the likely draw, where we lost to Mexico, which is difficult enough, right? It's somewhere. It's either in. It will be in Mexico City. It will be in Mexico City. Mexico City, and then we would play Brazil in the quarterfinals in Miami. Right, we've never beaten Brazil ever, and in that heat, that humidity in Miami,
perfect heat. Miami,
Argentina in the semi-final in Dallas. And then whoever gets to the final. I mean, we're fucked. We're done. We're toast in this tournament. They didn't want us. Yeah, Mexico and Mexico City beat Johnson, 100%.
Definitely didn't. Mexico in Mexico City. I mean, really?
Yeah.
Absolutely. You've got to get past the Sinaloa cartel before you even get in the stadium. It's not going to happen. Let's start with this Mo Salah business, Sean. Honestly and truthfully, right? First of all, the signs were, I mean, I didn't think they should have signed him. I think, obviously a difference if you're signing him just to sell him. But there were signs 3 or 4 games in that he was not at the races. He wasn't tracking back. He wasn't doing his thing. And Mo Salah is Liverpool. It's like Spurs dropping Harry Kane, right? Or Son. And it became a very difficult situation for Jurgen Klopp, for Arne Slot. And he couldn't drop him. Yet week in and week out, you're watching this player trotting back after they've scored, doing nothing, scoring, not doing any goal scoring or anything. And we spoke about it potentially being a blessing that he was off to AFCON. But Slot's decided he's got to do something beforehand. And I don't know if you saw him on the bench. I think it was 2 games ago where he's in that white thing and he's pulled the hood like he's in Saudi Arabia, like a woman in Saudi Arabia with the thing pulled over his head and the thing up, and he's just got his eyes up, hiding.
You know what? It's early. It's early, mate. It's early.
We're off to Saudi Arabia for the next part of the show.
No, I didn't manage doing the cancel thing. Well, when the cancel went out, because I'm sure we'll say something later on.
Listen, look, he's got to go to Saudi. They've got to get rid of him to Saudi. It's time for him to go to Saudi. I think for the sake of Liverpool, they cannot let Mo Salah win this one out. The Norwegian guy, the guy from nowhere, the Norwegian press guy, right? He's just had the scoop of the last 5 years, right? And just a casual, right? You got all these press guys that would have died for a story like this.
Yeah, he just stumbled into one.
And did you see the poor old Liverpool press officer? Who
he went, no.
How do I get out of this?
I was listening to Don Hussam and is it John? I'm not sure his name is Little John or something. That one of the Scouse content creators. I can't think of his name. And they're blaming Liverpool. They're saying that Liverpool have thrown him under the bus. They're taking the stance of no, he's right. Like the club have treated him like shit, and then expect him to just take it and tolerate it. Basically,
400 grand a week. Do me a favor, mate. You were there to take the adulation. You were there to take the, hail Salah, right? You can't bring the whole club down, mate. You've not been performing. You've not been performing. Like, I'm a Spurs fan. I can see that clearly. He's not at the races. His mind is elsewhere, right? Yeah. Whether or not it's the 400 grand a week, they broke the bank for him. They've thrown him under the bus. I mean, seriously, I can't listen to that crap. And I think it's totally disrespectful. Keep that shit to yourself, right? Have it out with the club. Don't try and you've the one. Arne Slot's not come out and thrown him under the bus. He's thrown Arne Slot and Liverpool under the bus and made it all about him. Like, what if you were scoring the goals? This would be a non-conversation. I think what they got to do, if I was them, I would be selling him in January, getting the money for him and using that money probably to buy Semenyo or whoever else. But he's the ship has sailed. He's been unbelievable. But, this guy's got some other history of other things and speaking out when he should be quiet, with his, whether it be his Christmas family thing under his Christmas tree that upset a whole community, or it was other stuff. There's been a whole history of stuff. But
what do you do though? What's the solution? Is it too much damage now?
He doesn't play. He is not performing, therefore he doesn't play. Just the same as Xavi Simons.
Who's playing in front of him? Curtis Jones.
Yeah. Listen, Sean, he's been in the game. He's not scoring. He's not contributing. He's not doing what he should be doing for a guy who's just signed a 400 grand a week.
It looks like he was saying goodbye to the fans after the game, because all the other players walked off and he stayed behind waving to them. He's now obviously going off to the African Cup of Nations. I would imagine that he leaves in January on loan somewhere, right? Maybe he goes on loan to Saudi or whatever else, doesn't come back. But that obviously, to me, it means that Liverpool are probably going to get Semenyo on January the 1st. Is that fair?
I said this to you a while back, before any of this blew up. Sell him, get your money from Saudi, bring in Semenyo and use the rest of the money for Mark Gahey. Simple as. Mark Gahey, by the way, is honestly, he's such a great player, honestly. But that's another story. I think the guy's a clown, an absolute clown. He's an absolute disgrace. You've fed off of them. You've had the adulation. You've had everything. And you are not bigger than the club, right? When Mo Salah's gone, there's been greats at that club. Think of all the greats that have been there before, Yeah,
but there's becoming a bit of a trend now at Liverpool, mate, in the last couple of years, where fantastic players that are adored by Liverpool, they leave under really, really poor circumstances. Trent as well. Yeah.
Listen, Trent. Look, let's be honest, right? Trent. It was a disaster move, right? What they did, they let Trent go. They kept the two they kept. Virgil van Disney, who's not really at the races at the moment, and Salah, cost them an absolute fortune. They spent all that money keeping those two and making all those acquisitions, yet they never bought a proper defence. And that's why the director of football, in my opinion, should be sacked.
Meanwhile, Johnny, right? A lot of the Liverpool fans are thinking, I'm reading between the lines here. He's not calling out someone at the club like Edwards. He's not calling out someone at the club in the ownership. He's calling out Arne Slot, right? He said someone at the club doesn't want to play me. So there's a growing resentment amongst the fan base towards Arne Slot, because obviously the performances on the pitch aren't good enough. And now it's a disaster. It's a disaster for the PR. It's horrendous. It all looks toxic. And then you shoot south about, I don't know, what is it? Probably 1,000 miles. And you've got, did you see what happened with the Real Madrid game?
Yeah, well, I mean, listen.
2 sendings off.
Yeah,
Absolute
he's on his
carnage.
way, Sean. We've discussed it. We have discussed
But
it.
who's
yeah?
going to sack who first, mate? Who's going to sack who first? Because Liverpool, if they sack Arne Slot, they're going to have to pay him God knows how much in compo, right? I know, what, 20 million quid probably, something like that. Then they're going to turn around and go, well, who do you want to bring in? Is it Glasner? Well, we haven't got a squad to play a back three. So as much as he might be a great manager, we haven't got a squad to play a back three. So you go, well, let's go and get Xabi Alonso. Real Madrid know that, right? And Real Madrid want rid of Xabi Alonso because there's chaos at Real Madrid.
We got chaos.
Civil war. Real Madrid want him gone. But if Real Madrid sack Xabi Alonso, they're going to have to pay compensation to Xabi Alonso. Whereas if they wait until Liverpool sacks Slot, then Liverpool will have to pay Real Madrid the compensation to Real Madrid to get rid of the guy that they want rid of anyway. It's a game of chicken, mate.
Mate,
and
honestly,
both clubs could end up hanging on for too long, losing more and more games and more points because they're hanging on to managers that neither club really wants, but they don't want to have to pay the additional compensation to their successors.
I think, listen, for me, Mo Salah is a complete and utter clown, right? What he's done is Arne Slot has gone to him, look, you're not playing well, right? I'm going to have to drop you, right? What do you mean you're going to drop me?
Again?
Push.
What was that? Yeah. Listen, your Dutch accent needs a lot more work than where are your papers?
In the early stages, my Dutch accent's in the early stages.
Where are your papers?
Papers. No, listen, Slot's obviously told him you're going to be dropped. He's going, all right, or he's told him off and he's probably said, fuck you, I ain't going to play properly then. And, he's walking around the pitch. I was saying it like 5 weeks ago. He's walking around the pitch. What is going on, mate? You're losing. Why isn't he demanding the ball? Why isn't he not tracking back? There's only so much of that you can take. If other fans can see what's going on, and he said that, and he's now thrown his toys out the pram. For me, he has to go. He 100% has to go. And if they do sack Slot, which is possible, I think Hughes has let down Slot personally. Slot did not want to get rid of Diaz. Hughes got rid of him. And
everybody's telling me that Edward Hughes is Edward Hughes? No. What's his name? Michael Hughes. Michael Edwards. What's
Hughes? I think it's Hughes or Edwards. Is it Hughes? I think it's Hughes, isn't it?
Hang about. Liverpool DOF.
Yeah.
Michael Edwards.
So I went a bit sweet.
Michael Edwards.
Yeah.
Michael Edwards.
Michael Edwards, right? Listen,
everyone tells me Michael Edwards because when he was at Liverpool before, he was a genius. Now all of a sudden he's a clown.
No, I'm saying, look, they completely messed up that summer window. They spent a fortune. Trent went. They spent a fortune and put Virgil van Disney and Salah on huge contracts. Canate's not signing a contract. Now, what have they got? They've got an aging Virgil van Dijk, a Canate whose head's in another place, who still hasn't signed a new contract despite 3 offers.
He needs to sign that contract and quick. Otherwise, he'll end up at fucking Crystal Palace.
It is Hughes. See, it is Hughes. It is Richard. It's Richard Hughes.
But Michael Edwards is the Liverpool chief executive.
Yeah, he said, but Hughes. I'm telling you, Hughes is banging the centre of it. But look, all I'm saying is they messed up. They thought they were getting Gay. They shouldn't have let Quansah go before. A top club doesn't let a player go unless they've signed another player to, not maybe or could be. And I think he's going to go. But we'll come on to Real Madrid after because we'll do our other teams.
Okay, it'll come back. That game yesterday, or was it Sunday or Saturday, mate?
But another clown of the week,
chaos.
I know. The other clown of the week is Yves Bissouma.
Yep.
Spurs Yves Bissouma caught on the balloons again, sending a picture to a bird of puffing on the balloons, looking spaced out of his head. He's deleted all Spurs posts, including the Bilbao final, from his feed. The guy's a jerk, mate. You're the one that's let this club down time and time again. Turn up late for training, right? done the balloons once, done the balloons twice. Mate, you're a clown. You're an absolute clown. You're too busy walking around in your Louis Vuitton, your clown outfits. I mean, not only is he behaving like a clown, he's dressing like a clown. And
what do we do with him, mate? What do we do with him? Right. So he's now being investigated again. I mean, we've always said the guy hasn't got 2 brain cells between his ears, right? He's an absolute donut. He's a donut and a bozo and a fucking idiot. Is he just like engineering a move, engineering a tear up contract situation? If he is, I think Tottenham should let him rot.
Well, the problem that we got here is we want to get some money for him, and we can extend another year, right? Who would take him? Who would take him?
No, I'm not saying. No, I'm saying let his contract run down, but fine him 2 weeks' wages. I was saying this on the last stream. I don't remember the last time I heard I got a cough. I don't remember the last time I heard a club fines. It used to be a big thing on Championship Manager. If you wanted to like force someone out of the club, you could just fine them 2 weeks' wages for nothing at all, for no reason.
He was going to Turkey, and then it all fell apart. But listen, look, any bozo will tell you, right? Okay, a new guy comes in, a new boss comes in. What's the first thing you do? Try and create a good impression. The new boss is in. I better make sure I'm in on time today, right? What does he do? He's late. Not once, twice. He was warned, and then didn't do it, and then he was dropped out of the squad. Honestly, the guy's an absolute bozo. The problem Spurs have got is even if we sign him on that contract, is there any chance of getting rid of him? There are certain players who are just their own worst enemies. Paqueta was his own worst enemy last week. He's got booked. Leave the referee alone, right?
He wouldn't stop, but he went on and on and on.
You let the whole club down, mate. You've already spent a year like under investigation. You banned. You can't play. And then, you go and
none of his teammates got in there and told him to pipe it.
I don't get it. But for me, Yves Bissouma needs a massive fine, right? Massive fine. Totally disrespect the club, the badge, and the name of the club. Sign him up for the extension to get the money and get rid ASA balloons. I mean, the balloons are one thing, but total disrespect to remove all your stuff from Spurs. Like, it's anything to do with the Spurs fans or us. It's your own bloody behaviour, mate.
It seems like it's a common thing now, though, doesn't it? As soon as a player thinks that they're leaving under, they all just think that they're. I don't know. It's egos, mate. It's egos. It's like a little dig at the club, isn't it? It's a slap at the club to say, he was caught wearing a Galatasaray t-shirt, a football shirt last week. Remember who's paying your fucking money, you prick.
I mean, honestly, mate, he's just like the guy. I mean, we were there. Do you remember Luton away? Right, he's just got a yellow card, right? And what does he do? He makes the most ridiculous dive in the box to get a yellow card and get sent off, and made big fight for us to manage the scrap. I think it's Mickey van der Ven scored the goal to get us into the 1-0 win. But
I know that laughing gas is not the same as like a drugs, like like cocaine or.
No, I understand that.
But it's all like you are a professional, and you do have influence over. It's like, I don't know. I guess you can make the same thing for you can make the same accusation to anyone to remember that you have influence over people. But
listen, it's not Robbie Fowler. Look, going back to the days when Robbie Fowler sniffed the touchline. That sort of stuff. I mean,
that actually just quietly was fucking fantastic banter.
Yeah,
absolutely. Especially if he was wearing those fucking nasal strips that expand your nasal passage.
Tell me something, right? Tell me something. Have you noticed now that the hand bandage that was obligatory wear for a few players has now been removed? Kudos had one, Tell had one, Foden. There was a whole host.
They're not wearing them anymore.
Well, they seem to have come off now. Because
what is it? Is some gel inside the hand or
I don't know, mate. It's some trend thing to be like ridiculous, you know. There'll be another one. We've had the tape on the nose. We've had the Vicks. We had
Liverpool getting everyone signed up for inhalers. That was a conspiracy. That's a rabbit hole conspiracy for you.
Yeah, you know? And then now we've got
tape on the arms.
The arm bandage, and the other obviously clown of the week was that ridiculous, laughable show. I mean, that was just. I mean, I've never heard universally everyone saying that show was the biggest cringe fest.
Oh, it was so bad, mate.
Infantini, his head was so far up Donald's backside, right? I'm surprised he could breathe. And
I don't care about that shit, Johnny, but I do care about some of the content that I've seen. I don't know how true it is, but some of the clips that people were showing of that whoever it was that was pulling out one of the things, he did that, right? And he didn't even stir the pot. He had his hand above the pot. He knew the thing he was supposed to pick, and then he just did this, and then picked it up, and then pulled out Ghana or whatever it was that was pulled out. And I'm like, like there's so many videos of that shit. Obviously, you never know anymore whether these things are AI'd or what, because you can just take a picture of like you literally could take a screenshot of the draw and then ask Grok or Gemini or whatever to do that. So I don't know anymore whether or not these things are real. But if any of them are real, the World Cup does look a little bit forged. There was a guy on Instagram. I can't even tell you his name because I've never seen him before. Big content creator, a lot of followers. And he said like a week ago, he said, this is what's going to happen. Argentina are going to be in pot J. And then this is why. And it was because of Messi playing in certain places at certain times.
Miami.
And I think he said it was pot J. And that's exactly, pot K, whatever. It was a late pot. And that's exactly what happened. And I was like, you know, like, what are we doing here, Johnny? Like, is the fucking World Cup rigged?
Well, of course it's rigged. It's rigged. It's rigged to suit certain political agendas, basically.
But like rigged in terms of the draw is, first of all, that's horrendous. That's horrendous. But when you also put that in the climate of what's happened with sports betting in America and in Turkey and clearly rife everywhere else, every sport right now looks riddled with corruption in terms of like making. Like, if that's like I know we're sort of sitting there, it's all rigged. I hear you guys. I hear you. Wait till it's inside. I hear you, right? I hear you guys. But like, what are we doing here? You know, why are we just like, oh yeah, it's rigged?
It's look. When I grew up,
shouldn't there be people going like, hang on a minute? I know you're never going to get Sky Sports suggesting that. You're never going to get the BBC suggesting it because we can't trust the mainstream media for anything anymore. Again, this is probably a rabbit hole conversation, but like just generally, Johnny, like as a football fan, I want to know that if England have a chance at the World Cup, and if you get a tough draw, it's just because of the luck of the draw, not because of like some predisposed fucking like duty to get Ronaldo to lift the World Cup so that we can continue to debate whether Messi or Ronaldo.
What's Ronaldo doing missing?
Ronaldo shouldn't even be fucking playing in.
Why is Ronaldo in the White House? And then lo and behold, he's not banned for the first two games of the World Cup because he's Ronaldo. Give me a break, honestly.
I understand if this was in some sort of third world countries, mate. But this is like America's supposed to be the bastion of democracy and fucking freedom and all that shit. I know we all know deep down it's a load of bollocks, right? The illusion of democracy, the illusion of freedom. I hear all that stuff, but like when you see it and it's so blatantly in your face, I can't believe there's not more uproar about it apart from just a few clickbait fucking content creators on Instagram. I don't even see people on YouTube talking about this.
Well, listen, look, Sean, the whole thing, the Qatar bid. The Qatar bid, you know, how many years did it take for that to unravel? We knew straight from the off, it didn't need a 4-year investigation into it. I mean, look, is it any wonder FIFA have the Club World Cup? No one is buying the image rights. No one. All of a sudden, DAZN come along and they bid £1 billion. £1 billion out of nowhere, right? Not 300 million or 200 million, £1 billion, right? When no one else is bidding at all. I mean, talk about overbidding. And then what do we see? A few weeks later, not even a few weeks later, it was 2 weeks later, we find out the Saudi PIF investment fund have bought a stake in DAZN. And lo and behold, who gets awarded the World Cup? Saudi Arabia. Right? Look, it's
They're
right.
not even trying to hide it anymore, Johnny.
They're not hiding it. It's not
because no one fucking steps up and says enough.
Robbery in broad daylight, mate. That's what it is. That's what it is. Anyway,
I don't know what it's going to take for people around the world. Like, on the one hand, I understand it politically, like people have got their agendas and stuff, but like, or like their encampments and they're worried about like the fallout. You don't want revolution because people want a better world, but revolution, like to go through the revolution, is going to be horrendous. So I get all that stuff, but when it comes to football is like everyone's fucking hobby, right? It's everyone's distraction from the shit show. And if you're seeing that football is fucking rigged and gambling is rigged, and the
referees are rigged.
The referees are rigged, and the players are in on it. And I'm just like, what's it going to take for the average person around the world to say, "Oh, I've had enough of this crap"? Infantino is almost as bad as Sepp Blatter. Sepp Blatter was the biggest corrupt,
and Platini was no better.
And Platini exactly the same. Like, it's just a series of shills that are destroying our sport from the highest level, and it's happening in UEFA because you see things, not to get off the topic, but you see the way that the UEFA rules under, what's that guy's name? Seferin, whatever his name is. That geezer walked back all of the rules around multi-club ownership to suit who, Johnny? The money men, right? Tottenham Hotspur were well ahead of the curve on the whole idea of multi-club ownership. Right. We didn't cross the line. The line crossed us. And then as soon as money came into the game, big money, powerful money,
more money than,
like super money. We're talking like super money, where people can just go, you know what? I'll set you up a Bitcoin account and I'll put 50 Bitcoin into your account. There's 5 million quid. Now shut the fuck up and let us do what we want to do. Yes, sir. No, sir. 3 bags full, sir. The game is being destroyed, mate. It's being eroded, and everyone is seeing it happen, and no one's doing anything about it. No one seems to. I don't know. I don't know what the solution is.
Well, look at the FA. Look at our FA, our Premier League. Our Premier League spends millions and millions suing its own flipping members. I mean, the whole thing is a farce. Chelsea, Man City breaking the rules, but now we see that Manchester City, the cost to them if they find Manchester City guilty,
right,
is hundreds of millions, because they're going to have claims from all manner of clubs. Well, right. We wouldn't have been relegated. We would have been in Europe. We would have had this Champions League money. Blah blah blah. It never ends. It never ends.
So what's the solution?
I don't know, mate. I don't know, but
you set up a Football Inc. breakaway league.
Football. Look, what I would say is, if it wasn't being done, just like the deals with John Duran being sold to Saudi Arabia, the Egyptian owner of Aston Villa being mates with the Saudis, selling him for 75 million. He was never worth 75 million, just so they can meet their FFP and PSR. And then the guy 6 months later is in Turkey on loan. We can see it. If it was happening below ground that we couldn't uncover, and even scratching away at the surface, we couldn't see it, okay, it's bad enough. But the fact that they're doing it in broad daylight, that you and I talk about this shit all the time, is pissing me off. We got some super chats.
Oh, let's do it. Big up to Josh Caress. Big up to you, mate. Always here, always supporting as well, mate. Really appreciate you, dude. And on the last show as well, buddy. Thank you very much, Joshy boy. Legend. He says, rip up Yves' Bissouma's contract and make space in the squad for a non-homegrown signing in January. That's a good point. Good point.
That's a very good point. Very good point, mate.
Big up to you, Josh.
Probably worth it.
What I'd like to see Tottenham speak to Galatasaray. They've got loads of money out there. I don't know how, because their revenues are not like, they're comparable to teams like Leicester and Ipswich, not Man City, but they can still afford to pay these players unbelievable money. Big up to you, but something needs to change there. And Dean Law, choo to you, choo Deanie, choo to you. Choo to you, buddy. Thank you so much. Always here, Dino. Always. You must work from home. I'd love to know what it is you do, mate, because you've got no matter what time of day or night. There's only in my memory, Ciudini, there's only been one day where I went live early at like 9 o'clock in the morning on the Spurs Talk Show, and we didn't do a stream on Football Inc. that day for whatever reason, and you weren't there. But in the last 6 months, I feel like you've been on every single stream that I've done or that Jonny and I have done, supporting us. And like I say, please send my condolences to the missus who can't have that large glass of dry white wine tonight at dinner. She has to have a medium because of your Google Ads bill.
just to add, Darth Archer said something very poignant, right? There was something extremely refreshing watching the FA Cup games this week. And I think that is probably the one place where I don't feel that we are dealing with, we had Boreham Wood winning 3-0,
I haven't seen the FA Cup.
Yeah. I mean, like, it's the romance. That romance is still there. They haven't managed to ruin it. Yeah, they've taken away the replays and stuff, but in essence, the FA Cup is still something magical. You start at some club, middle of nowhere, could make it to the third round, which Boreham would have done as a non-league club.
Big up to the FA Cup. Big up to the FA Cup.
It's just being ruined. How we do with the poll, Sean?
We'll find out. The poll is at no surprise really because of the Tottenham slant that the channel has. But if you are, please do smash the like and subscribe, guys. We're trying, and if you are a fan of a different channel and you do frequent other, those fan channels, do let them know about the Football Inc. fun that we have here with our jingles and our, we're banter with you lot, isn't it? It's good fun.
Football chat.
Yeah, Bissouma's got the lion's share. So World Cup draw, Infantino has got 30%. Mo Salah's only got 23%. Wow, but Bissouma is the clown show of the week with 47%. He is a donut, isn't he? Because at least there's no reason for him to do it. At least Salah's got some justification.
It wasn't just the balloons, mate. It was like wearing the Fenerbahce shirt. I mean, really,
and removing all of his history with Tottenham.
I mean, it's three hits.
Should we take a little look around our second clubs, Jonny? Because my club has got an absolute worldie in its midst who scores worldie goals all day long. But we also got to talk a bit more about the Real Madrid. So let's pop off around the globe, shall we, guys, for a little drift.
It's that time once again. It's time to check in. We're going round the world to all our second teams.
Where should we start? Real Madrid?
Let's start with Real Madrid. I mean, what a mad game. Beaten at home by Celta Vigo. 3 red cards. The club in turmoil. They were ahead. They were 1-0 ahead before the red card. So don't be thinking that Celta Vigo, only scored because they had 3 sent off. But they were 1-0 down. And it was Garcia, Hendrick.
Who was the third player that got sent off?
Huh?
I know Garcia and Carreras got sent off. Who was the third player who got sent off?
Hendrick, who's been complaining he's not been getting any time.
Hendrick got sent off as well.
Yeah, in the 92nd minute, 2 of them got sent off.
He started as a substitute.
Yeah. And then they scored in the 93rd minute after the 2 of them went off to make it 2-0.
Wow.
I mean, they are really, they're up against it at the moment. I mean, they started with Vinicius Jr., right? Mbappe, Vinicius Jr., Joe Bellingham, Arden Güler, Valverde, Asensio, Militao, Carreras, and Fran Garcia.
I got Man City to play on Wednesday.
Yeah, well, no, all of those will play. Rodrigo came on 54 minutes. He also got a yellow card.
Oh, sorry, Hendrick got a red from the bench. He wasn't playing on the pitch. He got a red from the bench.
Yes, sorry, mate. Yeah, he didn't play.
That's fucking wild.
Yeah.
What did he say? What did he say or do from the bench that got a red card?
And Rodrigo came on. He got they had 2 sending offs. And Rodrigo got a yellow. I actually haven't seen the fight yet.
Oh, mate, it was chaos, mate. It was absolute chaos. Like the referee was just sitting there going, "You can have one, and you can have one. Oh, you want some as well, dear? There's one for you." It's just absolute madness, mate. And then it all erupts on the bench. Obviously, I think also there was a coach or something that also got a couple of yellows or a red or something. It was absolute madness.
Celta Vigo got one yellow card, right? One yellow. They're
sitting there. You know what it looked like to me as it was all kicking off. Some of the Celta Vigo players were like trying to calm it down, and then also like doing a little like. You ever seen those fights where there's outside a pub where some geezer that's not really involved and people are in like the huddle fighting each other, and then some geezer walks in and just kicks someone just to start it all off again, then fucks off. Isn't that before? Before? It was like that. It was like Celta Vigo were like kind of. Were being on their best behaviour, but also antagonising it a little bit.
Why are we seeing this coming back into football, Sean? We saw the Barcelona game a couple of weeks ago where it all kicked off. We saw Millwall, Bristol City. There was another game where they were all piling in. Is this trend coming back?
What trend? Sorry.
Where you just pile in and have a mass brawl.
I mean, honestly, I don't know what's going on at Real Madrid, but there's as much chaos at Real Madrid as there is Liverpool. You know?
Did you see the Bolivia game, Sean? The game in Bolivia?
No.
Where I think there was 14, maybe Foxy will know. I think it was like 14 players sent off. Foxy was in the chat.
Oh, a while ago, like not recently.
2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I think I saw it. Yeah, I think I saw that. Yeah.
Foxy about it tell us. I think it was about 14 players or something ridiculous got sent off. I actually think that this is going to suit all parties. If Alonso gets sacked, but they pander to Mo Salah, shame on Liverpool. That's what I say.
But this is what I'm saying, mate. You've got to see. Sure, are you seeing it through the same lens as I am? That both of these teams would rather not have their managers, but they don't. They know. I mean, I don't think that Real Madrid would want Glasner, right? But I think that Real Madrid are sitting there going, "I don't want Xabi Alonso. Xabi Alonso's got to go. There's chaos, right? He needs to go. But if we sack him, we've got to pay him X amount, 25 million euros or whatever. If we wait until Slot gets the boot, then Liverpool will come for Alonso. And so not only do they save 20 million quid on the compensation, but they'll actually get paid compensation by Liverpool. But Liverpool know that Alonso's on the way out. So Liverpool are going to wait with Slot until Real Madrid pull the trigger, and then they can just go and hire Alonso without paying compensation. And so in the end, it's a Mexican standoff, where both managers stay at the football club longer than they would ideally be there, and more damage is being done to the club's reputation and to their season's chances.
Well, we've said this.
If Real Madrid lose, mate, to Manchester City,
he's gone. I think he's gone. Well, we can look. We've had Rodrigo goes. We've had Vinicius Jr. We've had a whole load of them complaining. Right? What is happening here? Is it player power? You can't sack 10 players or 5 players, but you can sack a manager. That's the way it's going now. And Foxy says it was 17 red cards in the Bolivian Cup between Club Blooming and Real. I thought it was about 16. It's actually 17 red cards. And if you saw that one, that was a full scale like war.
So more players weren't red carded than were.
Yeah.
What Club Blooming nightmare? A club
blooming nightmare. A real Oreo.
A real blooming nightmare. There you go.
A real blooming nightmare. Meanwhile, your club, Sean, Elche, mate.
Doing well, mate. Doing well. Before we speak about them, just quickly, right, just to finish off, because let me get the thing up here. Just on the Real Madrid story, is there any chance at all that Real Madrid don't make it in the top 8? If they were to keep hold of,
they didn't make the top 8 last season.
They didn't, right? But if they drop into 9th position, like Man City are currently operating in 9th position. Okay, so if Man City win against Real Madrid on, is it Wednesday? Right, then they go to 13 points. I don't know who else is playing who else yet. We'll do that shout tomorrow. But Real Madrid could find themselves in a bit of sticky water. And then if they were to get unlucky with the draw and there was still chaos going on, couldn't you find that there would be a situation maybe where Real Madrid might face, I don't know, like a Marseille, a dangerous Marseille, a Robert De Zerbi Marseille, or a Monaco that's incredibly dangerous, or potentially even a Barcelona. I don't know if the rules allow for Barcelona to play Real Madrid in the knockouts. I think they might do.
I think they do in the knockouts. I think it's a free-for-all in the knockouts.
Imagine if Barcelona faced Real Madrid in the last 32 playoff.
They had PSG versus Liverpool. I mean,
That's
like
right.
PSG scraped through, and Liverpool, who hadn't lost the game, were unbelievable in that. You know, they lost one game. So you know, anything can happen in that top section. Spurs are currently 16th, aren't we?
Yeah, with a game tomorrow against where are they? 31st place, Slavia Prague.
Yeah,
you know,
we
again,
can't have to slip up that.
you hope Tottenham can win. If they get to 11 points, and then with 2 games to play, is Tottenham still a chance for a top 8?
And mate, I'm not even thinking about it.
Dortmund and Frankfurt left.
I'm not thinking about a top 8. We'll let it see. Let's beat Slavia Prague first, Sean.
Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, let's talk about. You were saying you wanted to say about Elche. What you can say about?
Yeah,
Elche?
3-0 winners. And you know, you got a guy there that everyone's after.
Yeah.
You want to talk about him? It's your man.
Yeah, he's the first. What's his name? Oh, hang on a second. Hang on about. Let me trying to get my the screen share up. He's Mr.
They won 3-0 at the weekend, right? They're up into 9th place, which is really, really good for them.
Rodrigo something, isn't it? Rodrigo.
They're all the top clubs. 20-year-old midfielder, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a 10. He's a midfielder. What's his name?
Yeah.
Rodrigo Mendoza. That's it.
Mendoza.
Rodrigo Mendoza.
Yeah.
Everyone's after him.
They're talking big money for him. He didn't
play yesterday, though.
No, he didn't play. He came off the bench after 45 minutes.
Elche currently 9th, doing really good things.
Yeah,
a lot of draws, though. 7 draws. This is the problem. Right, 4 wins, 7 draws, 4 losses. Fucking hate draws. I can't stand. I wish every game didn't have a draw. I wish every game had to have a winner or a loser. I'd love to see what that would do to the league. I think it'd be brilliant. Would you get on board that, Johnny? If a game that finished 0-0 went to penalty shootout?
No, it's Americanized, mate. I'm not in for that. You know, I'm a traditionalist. And I'm happy the way it is. I'm happy the way it is. Meanwhile, my club, Athletic Club Bilbao, managed to beat Atletico Madrid 1-0. It was a big game, that, because Atletico Madrid are doing really well, and Atletico have been struggling a bit recently. So
that's the problem, mate, right? Atletico Bilbao have lost 3 games more than Elche, and yet they're 4 points above.
Yeah, because they're winning games. They're not drawing. Elche have drawn 7.
What I'm saying, draws are shit. Fuck draws.
Meanwhile, a lot of Spurs fans were bemoaning we only beat Villarreal 1-0 and they're shit. Meanwhile, they are sat in 3rd place, 1 point off a second, 1 point behind Real Madrid, having lost only 2 games this season. So, sit on that if you like. Meanwhile, my club in the Italian league, you can find it, we beat Lecce, Cremonese. There you go, guys. Nice bit of... we won 2-0. I mean, let's be honest, most people tipped Cremonese to be one of the favourites for relegation. We won again, our 5th win, 5 wins, 5 draws, and 20 points, Sean. Quite a way clear now. Only 3 points behind Juventus.
Yeah.
I mean, that's some going. Roma, who were right up there. I mean, listen, they're only 4 points off of Napoli, but they lost 1-0. Surprise loss against Calgary, a late goal after...
One second, mate. 1 second, I'll be back.
After Zeki Selic got sent off in that game, and they should really have beaten Calgary. I mean, they are in 14th place, but Roma, the way they were going, they were expected to have won that game, and that would have put them joint second with Inter Milan. But Napoli leading the way at the moment. They beat big game, beat Juventus 2-1, and that guy who couldn't score a goal for Manchester United scored another couple. Rasmus Højlund. Isn't it amazing? He's come to the Premier League playing under a manager who's absolutely clueless to how to get the best of him. He's gone back to Italy and he's scoring. I mean, he had an injury, so he stopped his goal-scoring run. But Napoli did very, very well to get him into the club and to get him to score. Yildiz scored again for Juventus, but it wasn't enough. Juventus proper struggling at the moment.
Yeah. Bang average team. What's that noise in the background, mate? Is that your TV on or something? And
someone's just put my TV on. I'm just about to turn it off. Hang on.
And listen, let's also pivot to, whilst Johnny's doing that, let's pivot to the Bundesliga. The old Bundesliga. We haven't done a Bundesliga review for a while. And we've got some...
Your club, Hamburg.
Mate, my club, Hamburg, has got a worldie amongst them. Doing okay. 13th in the league, 13 games played, 4 and 3 and 6, 15 points. Doing okay. Not going to qualify for anything. Not going to be in Europe or anything, but should be okay to stay away from relegation. But listen, the real story there, Johnny, is a certain player that plays he's owned by Tottenham Hotspur, right? Luka Vuskovic. Once again, another worldie. It wasn't just a throw, was it? A throw of the leg. It looked like it was by design. He knows what he's doing. This kid is fantastic, isn't he?
Yeah, I mean, look, he can't stop. Unbelievable, aerial monster, fantastic defensive stats, interceptions. He's won 2 Young Player of the Month awards on the trot in the Bundesliga. It's his first season. He's owning it. He's already a bit of a cult figure at Hamburg due to his fact that his brother, who played for Hamburg before he got a ban, I think it was a 2-year ban for drugs, which he says he's innocent for, Your Honour. And he's gone there and he's absolutely smashed it. And he scored the goals. But the goal he scored, the back-heel volley, if you haven't seen it, guys, go and see it, Vuskovic. Unbelievable goal. I think Spurs' biggest problem, Sean, is everyone's awake to this player now.
Yeah.
Are Spurs going to struggle to keep hold of him?
Well, he's got 4 years left on his contract at the end of the season. So I was relieved when I looked into that today. I was relieved that there was no because I wasn't sure, because we signed him a long time ago and he hasn't played for us really. And I wasn't sure how long his contract was for, but knowing it's until 2030 gives us some time. But I've got to be honest, I need to think that there's people at Tottenham Hotspur that are letting him know that he's a massive part of our plans. Otherwise, he's going to be tempted because there's going to be a lot of people that are in the ear of that agent. And I think the Tottenham have been reaching out to him saying, can we sort of talk about a new contract or whatever? Which is a bit weird, isn't it? You've got 4 years left on your contract. He hasn't even kicked the ball for you, really. He had 45 minutes against Reading, and yet we're saying, let's pay you some more money to keep you happy. It shows you where the leverage is in the kind of relationship. And yet his agents have said, no, we're fine with how it is at the moment. And again, I'm sitting there going, why would you say that? Is it because you don't really feel attached to Tottenham Hotspur? And why would you? Like, you signed for us, but you haven't really been a Tottenham player. You've been at loan. You carried on the club you were at. Then you went to Belgium, and now you're in Germany. He probably doesn't feel attached to Tottenham Hotspur at all, right? But he does feel attached to Hamburg because his brother is part of Hamburg, isn't it? His brother is like a legend at that club.
I just think that sometimes you can just see and know that a player is exceptional. I remember there was a bit of uproar when Don Fabio, our director of football at that time, who's now returned, spent the money on him, which was at the time a record transfer for a 16-year-old centre-back. But that money is looking, every penny was worth what we spent on him. The thing is, there's no point in coming back if he's not going to play. I'm not sure right now whether he would play with the centre-backs that we've got. We've got Takai, we've got Dragusin, we've got Danso. Well, we'd have to sell. We'd have to sell some. But listen, I can see him maybe going to another club, maybe in the Premier League for a season. I like to see him play in the Premier League. I think all the big clubs are coming for him. I'll be brutally honest with you. I can't see how he's not attracting attention. As I said, 2 Bundesliga Wolves Young Player of the Month, 2 months running. He was breaking goal scoring records for a centre back while he was in Belgium as a 16, 17-year-old. It's all happening. Meanwhile, my club absolutely smashed Eintracht Frankfurt, RB Leipzig, 6-0, Sean.
Yeah.
6-0. They're
my winger, Yandy Amandi.
Yeah, listen, my club has been raped and pillaged, right? Sorry, taped and pillaged for all its players, right? We've had so many players.
And it wasn't going to be long. And there we go.
Oh no, it happened again. What did he just say? I guess it's time to say goodbye. We're getting canceled today.
Listen, it's a slip of the tongue, but listen, we lost Xavi Simons, we lost Sesko, we lost Dependa, but they just keep producing the players, Sean. It doesn't matter. They get rid of 3 and you're thinking there's no possible way they can keep going, but they do, and they just find them. And let's be honest, RB Leipzig are second in the table. But let's be brutally honest, there's only one team that's winning that title, and it's Bayern Munich. They're absolutely walking it. They beat Stuttgart 5-0. Harry Kane, yet another hat-trick. Is it too easy, that league? I mean, I think it proves that the Premier League's a whole nother level.
Yeah.
I think when he goes to Barcelona, he's going to do exactly the same as what he's doing in Germany.
When's he going to go to Barcelona, Johnny?
Next summer.
What, in 2026?
Yeah.
I don't think he does.
Where do you think he goes, Sean?
I think he stays in Germany.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, he's shown his papers, so he's okay.
Where are your papers?
They're in the Lederhosen. Yeah. Yeah. He loves his Lederhosen. I can see him. He goes out and walk the dogs in his Lederhosen.
Lubo keeps telling me that his sources.
Yeah, come on, yeah. Sources.
His sources are telling him that he was supposed to be here. He was already supposed to be here in January 25. Then he was postponed to January 26. Now he's been postponed to January 27. Lubo won't just acknowledge the fact that this guy, that his source doesn't have a fucking clue what he's talking about.
Hasn't got a clue. Sean, can we talk about Spurs' monopoly on the Puskas Award? Because it looks like Spurs are going all out. We've got Richarlison, unbelievable, won the goal against Burnley. Then the shot from the halfway line against Raya. Then we've got Mickey van der Ven's unbelievable run and goal. Beat half the team and then bang one in. And now we've got Vuskovic with a back heel volley.
Yeah, don't forget Romero over the head bicycle kick.
Oh yeah, the shin of the season.
And you might be able to squeeze in, depending on the quality of the other players. You might be able to squeeze in Xavi Simons halfway line run bottom bins. I don't know. I probably won't get in there, but
no, that won't get in there.
We don't score that many, but when we do, we score a banger. If Carlsberg did goal scoring, it would be called Tottenham Hotspur.
Yeah, we don't do many, but what ones we do, They're pretty worldy. Pretty worldy. Talk about worldy.
Nein, das ist verboten.
Sein VAR. VAR. Talking of VAR, Kudus, right? I did a post. I did a video of Kudus scoring a goal. I thought it was a fantastic goal from like juggled the ball and and it looked like an impossible angle. He banged the ball in the back of the net, ran along the touchline, picked up the stool that had been specially prepared for it to celebrate, to sit down and do this. And the goal gets disallowed.
Yeah, it was devastating. Oh, no. Stool on the head. Stool on the head, son.
Stool on the head. Should we quickly do or do you want to do the scores and the games tomorrow, Sean?
Yeah, we'll do that tomorrow, mate. I haven't got too much more time, Johnny. I've got a lot of things I've got to do. So,
Guys,
is there anything else we need to do tonight?
No. Do you want to quick look at a couple of news stories? Do you want to do that?
If you got them for 5 minutes, yeah, then I've got to round off. But I've got loads. I've got to take care of the dog today. So.
Yeah, let's do those.
The rumor mill. It's time we went there to speculate, gesticulate on who will go where.
Right. So here we go. Arsenal are determined to sign Kenan Yildiz in January. Amid his stalled talks with Juventus. Look, Juventus wanted Kolo Muani, couldn't do the deal. I don't think they got the money, Sean. They're in real problems there financially. And Aston Villa are interested in signing Athletic Bilbao's midfielder Mikel Jargiza.
Yeah.
Never heard of him.
Say his name again.
Jargiza. If you saw how he spelled, if you saw how he spelt it, tell me something. Ter Stegen, Barcelona. Does he leave this season?
Do you know? Yeah, he does. Yeah. Do you know who I think might be someone that the Premier League might look to at Atletico Madrid?
Who?
I think they might look at that Sorloth. He's the big Norwegian fella.
Yeah, I know.
He's like a slower, slightly downgraded version of Erling Haaland. No, it's like Erling Haaland, right? He's 6'4". He's not, but he scores a lot of goals, mate. He scores a hell of a lot of goals. And about 5 years ago, he played for Sunderland. I think he played for a team in, like, was it Brentford? Maybe he was at, or maybe he played maybe not at Sunderland. Maybe he was at Brentford. Like 4 or 5 years ago, he didn't do very well, but like he's gone on and kicked on to a really decent career, and he bangs them in, and he's a big fucking unit and a handful. And I just wonder whether or not, because there's a lot of clubs that will be looking for a striker. I'm not. Look at, here you go. Roy's in the house. Do not think about buying Sorloth. No, I'm not saying that Tottenham should. I'm just saying that he's a player that's scoring goals in La Liga. He's doing very, very good things this year.
No, he's. You know, there are players. Look at Rasmus Højlund, mate. The abuse he's gone back to Napoli and he's banging the goals in non-stop. You know, listen, Mateta is going to leave.
Palace.
Something's going on with Mateta because you know he's rumours that he wants out in January. You know, the club built you up, mate. Right? All of a sudden, you want to leave. Yeah. Get your head down, concentrate, bang the goals in. People will come in for you. This like demanding to leave. And Nketiah played last night. He can't hold a torch to him, to Mateta. But, you know, he scored the goal. One player that you and I have spoken about repeatedly that plays for Atalanta, and no, it's not Lookman, it's Ederson. And Liverpool and Barcelona have both been told they can sign the Brazil midfielder for only £50 million in the January transfer window, as Atalanta are looking to raise some funds.
Yeah. Go and get him.
Mate, all day long.
Go and get him all day long. Spurs go and get him all day long. He solves what we're looking for. We become immensely more stable. He's a great passer. He's a driver. He plays as a 6. He's played as an 8. He can get forward. He scored goals in that Europa League winning campaign in the Serie A. He's a baller that had a bit of a different, disappointing season last year. And Atalanta this year are kind of like, I don't know, like the Liverpool or the Real Madrid of the Italian league, in that there's just chaos there all the time. Go and get him. Go and get Lookman. You know, I'm happy.
I'm happy. This story's like wild. Manchester City are ready to submit a €120 million bid for Chelsea sensation Gustavo William.
Your man.
My man.
Yeah.
Really?
Are you going to tell us that you've been saying it for ages that he's going to be the Brazil's number one best player?
Listen.
It's that time of the show where Johnny reminds us.
I can't think. I've got to be honest with you. I can't see how that will ever happen. And nor can I see how he's worth 120 million pound at the moment. I get in all the names, Sean. Manchester United have been linked with a move for Olympiacos midfielder. Yeah, wait for it. I'll try my best. I can get the first bit. Christos Mouzakis. That's not bad.
Okay, very good. Very good.
But Real Madrid are currently favourites to sign him. I'm not really aware of him. Not really aware of him. But Manchester United are looking to.
I'm probably aware of the player, just not the name that you gave me.
And the other one, the one player that you and I thought would do really, really well in the Premier League has been a real flop. He wasn't great at PSG either. Manuel Ugarte. He's been a major disappointment.
Yeah, but everyone's a disappointment at United until they leave United. You know?
Do you think?
Yeah, 100%, mate. There's something about the club.
This one.
I would take Manuel Ugarte all day long. Although I think Tottenham do need a 6 to be able to like rest and rotate and all that stuff. But I actually think we need more of a ball playing 8. And Ugarte's not that. He's just someone he's not a bad passer of the ball, but he's just someone that mops things up. But Man United fans think that he's just like not that good. I'm just saying that they say the same things about Rasmus Højlund. They said the same thing about Onana. They said the same thing about Antony. They said the same thing about Scott McTominay. They said the same thing about Josh Xerxes. Josh Xerxes will leave and will go on to score good things. You know what? Kobbie Mainoo will go on and score great things. There's something about that football club that cripples potential.
It definitely is. Here's an interesting one. Paris Saint-Germain are looking at offering 23-year-old Bradley Barcola to Manchester United as part of a swap deal for them to get England forward Marcus Rashford, as it's believed that Barcelona will not be able to afford a full purchase.
Who's the club that wants him? Sorry?
Paris Saint-Germain.
I can see him at Paris Saint-Germain. There's links to him going to Tottenham this morning, by the way.
Yeah, but here's the link.
Him at Tottenham? I take him at Tottenham.
Yeah, 100%. But here's the link. Tottenham are monitoring, it's funny as brought him up, Tottenham are seriously monitoring 28-year-old France striker Jean-Philippe Mateta's unresolved contract situation and dispute currently ongoing at Crystal Palace.
Yeah.
Would you take Mateta?
Under a Thomas Frank system, 100%.
Yeah.
But if you were to change the manager and bring in somebody else that doesn't play that plays a different style, possibly not.
Yeah.
But I think he would be fantastic in a Thomas Frank system, 100%. But I think he wants to go to Milan, doesn't he?
Yeah, he wants to go to Italy. Why he wants to go there, I don't know. Maybe he's picked up an Italian girlfriend.
Hey, this is City. We love every player. They want to come here to Inter or to AC. It doesn't matter because of the ladies. They are great. They are bellissimo.
Let me tell you.
Every player wants to go to Milan, mate. Every player wants to go.
He's probably met a bird. He's probably met a bird down at the local pizza place, right?
Italian skirt. Clearly, bro, it's all about the skirt, isn't it? Italiano skirt, love.
Italian skirt. Meanwhile, they haven't got any money, right? So I don't know how they're going to afford what Steve Parish will want for him. But guys, hit the like button if you're watching. Good housekeeping. And if you are watching here for the first time, please hit the subscribe button. Help us grow. And if you're listening on audio, please hit the like and the follow button.
We will be back tomorrow. Big up to you, Daniel Field, for the
100%.
super sticker, mate. Choo to you. We'll be back tomorrow because I need more than just 30 seconds to let everybody know that I've once again won the Predicciones, and we need. Oh, wait, we can wait until Thursday or Friday, but we need someone to step up. Who's
How do you do
Matt
in the
Cox.
fantasy, Sean?
What's that?
How do you do in the fantasy football, Sean, this weekend?
Obviously, you've done well to bring it up. Let's have a look.
No, just thought I'd mention it.
No,
I didn't do fantastic.
Obviously, you've done okay.
No, I didn't actually. I can't get it. Let me tell you something. Right, I had captained Erling Haaland. Right, doesn't score a goal. Then I triple captained him against Leeds. He didn't score a goal, so I thought I'm dumping Erling Haaland. So I'm going to go for Bruno Fernandes against West Ham. Doesn't score a goal, right? So what happens? Erling Haaland scores one, gets 2 assists. Then what happens? I thought, right, you know what? Got to go back to Erling. Can't leave him out. Can't do that again. He draws a blank. I did have Phil the Hitman Foden, though, in my fantasy team.
Let me show everyone how everyone did. Just super quick. We have to run a second, but
we can do it tomorrow, man.
No, we can do it now. Get out of the way. Is it on the screen? No. Here we go. So this is my team. I got 42 points, which is 4 points above the average is 38 points.
I think I got 42. How many players have you got left to play tonight?
One.
Who have you got?
There's just one. But I'd imagine I'm going to get somebody. I think Fofana might come in because Munoz didn't play. Or Senesi's going to come in. I don't know how that's going to work. I guess I get Senesi because Munoz didn't play, did he? Because Munoz, apparently, everyone is saying that. Did you see that thing that there was a player, a Premier League player that was arrested on Friday night for a fray on 2 counts of a fray in general bodily harm or something, GBH.
And it was him?
No one knows who it is, but the fact is that Munoz was suddenly out of the squad entirely.
So was Mateta.
He wasn't injured. What's that?
So was Mateta, wasn't he?
No, Mateta played. Munoz, he didn't play very well, but Munoz was out of the squad entirely and he wasn't injured. So people are thinking that it's him that's fucked, basically, that's in trouble with the police. So he was out.
Have you got Sensei? I took him out of my team. Typically, he did very well. I think he got like 8 points or something.
8 points, yeah. So I should have about 8 points more. Plus, I got Mbumo. So, I did okay, but not great. But let's have a look
at. A good score. If you got Mbumo, you'll be doing okay. I've got Bruno Fernandes tonight.
So I dropped some points in the Football Inc. League.
No, but you'll do all right tonight when you bring in Sensei, because he'll give you an extra 8 points, and then you've got Mbumo tonight. You'll be doing fine. Might be okay. The
current leader is on 939 points. He didn't have a great week though, and that's Trevor Kane. Don't see him very often. Don't know who Greg Holland is.
I said to blow the bloody doors off.
Trying to find James Easter. James Easter's still doing well. 44 points. Let's have a look. Who's he got? James is always in the chat. Big up to you, James. We'll have to give you something, James. I've got James. Are you a Tottenham fan, mate? Because I've got a bunch of Tottenham shirts, Tottenham jerseys that they're still, I've never used them. They're still wrapped up, all of the things. So I can send you one of them. I'll give something to the winner. We'll get something to the winner. We're going to try and rekindle our relationship with OK Jersey, by the way. We've decided. Everyone else seems to fucking do it. So we stopped working with them because of
why we did stop it, but we're going to do it. We're going to be back. We're going with OK-ish jerseys. Is that the new name?
Yeah. OK, kind of
OK jerseys. Kind of OK jerseys.
James hasn't got anyone left to play tonight, and if Munoz was out for him, he'll get Rangers coming in. So he's going to be on 45 points. So there you go, James. Well done for you, mate. I think you're the most visible, like the person that's in the chat that we know. It's other people, and obviously that are not. We don't know how they fucking found the league. I don't know how they found the league.
That's what said Munoz had a knee injury.
I know it says that. It says that in Football Inc. But a lot of people in the Crystal Palace fan base think that he was the guy that was arrested. So
but also,
And
Also,
what's your? Where are you, mate? I'm on 742.
Ismail Sarr, I am now in position. I will tell you. Hang on a second.
You're like 220 or something, aren't you?
I am in position 226.
226. So you're on 782. Oh, there's only 40 points. There's only 40 points between us, mate. It's about the same as there is the gap in the predicciones, by the way. Where are you? 226. Here he is. Let's have a look at Carlos Kickable. Yeah, 42 points as well. You also lost out on Munoz. You'll get Declan Rice that will come in. So you're going to get an extra 6 points there.
No, I won't. I don't get Declan.
Why not?
Because it has to be a defender.
It doesn't.
Be a 3.
Oh, no, you do. You're right. Yeah. So you're going to get Lewis. You're going to get Lewis or Esteban.
I put Rico Lewis in, a bit of a snidey one. Because I put him in because I thought, you know what? I think he could be a snidey
one.
Yeah.
Johnny, you got to teach me and the chat all of the lingo that you talked to me. Well, what's the word you said the other day? What's the word for a nap? What's the word for a schnuz? Is it or something?
Schluff.
A schluff. Well,
Yeah.
is schneid also a word?
Yeah, schneid. Yeah, schneid is like on the quiet behind his back.
Why does all of the kind of like the Jewish words? Why do they all start with a shn sound?
They're not all...
Yeah, you've done okay, but no one's really smashed it out of the park.
Who else have I got on the Judy Dench? I can't even see it.
What's that?
Who else have I got on the Judy Dench?
Rice, Lewis, and Esteve. They've all played.
Yeah. Rice
You've got
does
Kelleher
well.
in goal. You know the goalkeeper you want to have in goal is Verbruggen from Brighton. He does very well all the time. Very, very well.
I have Kelleher quite often. He's done me okay. He's done me all right. Can't say that it's been all right. It's been too bad. But
before we round off, Matt Cox.
Are you going to be here for predictions?
Are you going to be here on Thursday or Friday, mate, for the predicciones, bro? Because you were talking big bollocks, Matty Big Bollocks Cox. You know, need to see your stuff. Need to see your stuff. You said you were going to break the record. You were going to break some records on. Yeah, he's playing. Okay, so Friday, be here, be there, or be square.
To it, guys, we look forward to it, Matt. You need to put up and show your stuff. Listen, guys.
Apparently, you doggies out until January.
Well, we spoke to you know who, didn't we? And we were told it's a muscle injury likely to be 2 weeks, which will be January. Because when you say he's out till January, sounds like he's out for a long time. But the fact is, we're almost at the 10th.
Would you sell Destiny, you doggy? If the right offer came in,
yes.
I don't think he's really developed like I thought he was going to.
Yeah. If he doesn't, if he doesn't come forward, we get a good bid for him. I would 100% take the money for him. 100%. We need to enhance that squad. He's in fits and starts, mate. He's had too many injuries. Way too many injuries.
Ultimately, I don't think he's good enough with the final delivery for me.
Definitely not.
Anyway, we'll talk about that tomorrow. Guys, we've got to go. Like, subscribe, and comment. Thank you to the super chats, and thank you to everyone for joining us. As always, we love you lot. It's always great time on this channel. Please do spread the word, share the content. If you're familiar with other fan channels or whatever for your own clubs, please let them know that we are a decent way to spend an hour during the day. Appreciate everybody. Thanks, everybody. And it's goodbye from me, Johnny.
And goodbye from him. Bye.
Bye.
Hit the like.